You permit me to sit down. Can I sit? Yes. Okay. Today, I think this is the sixth or the sixth kingdom we have visited. We have covered Bukana, we moved to Baogo Special Territory. We did the self-centralization at the Kekana in Ben. Last weekend, we were at Nyokana, Durban. And on Sunday, Element. And then today, we are here. I think we have only 2 to do. We'll do the Thai, and after that, we'll move over to Ngoro National Territory. And that's going to be the grand finale, where the minister and people who you want to actually meet will come and see you guys. Yes, this is all about conscientizing our youth to understand the very essence of violent-free UNEP implementation. That is the theme of this rally. Violent-free UNEP report implementation. I hope you are all aware of that the federal government have done something very, very serious to the Ogoni people. While saying that, I will not like us to bring in much politics, because as we speak, I try as much as possible to reduce the volume of the dose of politics involved in the UNEP report implementation process. I will not say much today, and I think I will only react to your questions more, because we don't have much time. But I will talk about the very essence of non-violence. Like I have stated elsewhere, that violence contracts the development index. There is no form of development that can take place when there is violence. If we want this UNEP report to actually take place, we must remove violence. The kind of problem we are facing today in Ogoni is highly unprecedented. These are not things I envisage that in the 21st century we will be facing issues of court wars, issues of communal wars, especially in the Gondwana axis and all that. I strongly believe that is a misnomer, and it negates the very ideals of Mossop. It negates the very ideals of Gensanwewa, our Messiah. I want at this point that we should cast our mind back to understand and to redefine where we are coming from as a people. I'm very proud, very, very proud to be an Ogoni man. And I think nobody can take that away from me. If not for anything, that we have stood our ground to fight resiliently against the oppressor, which is the Nigerian state, and till this moment, we have achieved this thus far. At this point, I want to urge all of us that we should stop any form of violence. We should stop all forms of court wars. Kidnapping is not an option. Court wars, they are not an option. They don't give us any joy. All what they give us, according to legendary fella Aníkúlá Kuti, is sown tears and blood. I want us to understand that if we continue in this violent condition, I don't think there is anywhere we will get any headway. On the issue of funds, you people are aware that some funds were given out from NICOP. Is that not true? I also understand that the funds are not enough. And so many people have not gotten their forms. We have made provision for more forms, and I think by next week we will start to issue new forms. The very problem we have is that we need to mop up all those other forms we have issued. It is not collecting the form that is the problem, but the submission of the form. That is the issue. I want you people, those who have gotten the form, to please fill and submit and be very truthful. What I simply mean is that you should say what you can do. Don't give any false information on that form. If you are a bricklayer, tell us you have a place. You are going to do a lot of construction work, buildings and all that. Carpentry. Just state what you know you can do. Everybody is a stakeholder in this process. It does not matter that you must have degrees for you to benefit. No. It does not matter that you must have this kind of technical expertise or that one. No. What we want is the criteria for selection to any of the jobs that will come up is that, are you from Ogoni? To me, it is practically meant for our youth. If you can certify that you are from Ogoni, then you are a partaker in the process. Because, like I said at the Chief Palace, the benzene is affecting those who went to school and those who did not. The air that is being polluted is affecting even animals. It's affecting fishes. So at what point can we differentiate between, there is no differential selection of that you went to school, you won't get polluted, or because they are getting polluted because you don't go to school. No, that is not the essence of the whole process. So please fill the form. It is not a political form. It is given across party lines. Whether you are BBC or PDP, we are all from Ogoni. Let me sound this very clear. These parties will come and go, but Ogoni remains. They are coming to converse for our votes. They are coming to do anything that they want us to do for them, but not in the spirit that we are one. We cannot be divided along political lines. I don't want that anymore. I don't want us to be divided along political lines. Those people are personally for their own pockets. That's why I call them pocketicians. What they want is just their own personal gains. They are not interested in you and me. So they shouldn't bring anything that will bring disunity to us. We are all from Ogoni. There was nothing like this party, there was nothing like this other one. I remember MPN, I remember SDP, NRC, I remember that and all that, but Ogoni is still there. So whatever we are doing, we should not forget that one way or the other, it will play back on us. Is that clear? And if you do that, God will surely bless you in Jesus' name. The forms will be issued to all chapter coordinators, and we are going to have a formal day where people will assemble. We will understand some of the forms are being sold, and that is not the original intention of NICOP. That form is not for sale. Even on the form, it is written at the bottom corner of the form, you see, not for sale. Is there. Benezini, please take note. I don't want, though I have not gotten any report of sales of phone from Babi. I only got pieces of information, Element, Tai, Nyonkana. Those were the areas. And some smaller villages to Nyonkana. I got information. And they are selling phone, which is wrong. Very, very wrong. Don't buy. Our lines are open. Any person that asks you to bring money, call us directly. Let us understand. Because we are giving out the form freely. So why must you collect money? It is very wrong. On the issue of youth training, as we speak now, I just received a text yesterday, yeah, that they are checking us for us to draw the template, the conceptual framework on which the training will be anchored. That has to do with the duration, the date of training, the kind of skills, the skill gap, what people actually need for them to tap into the area, what kind of jobs that will be open to the youth, the duration of the training, what type of training are they going to give. You know, we have to draw all this and then submit it back to them so that the training can commence in earnest. And like I normally do in all kingdoms I go to, I try to get the views of the people, of the youth, to understand if they are actually interested in the training before the report implementation. Like I do ask, how many of us in this hall want the training first before the actual cleanup? Just signify by raising your hand. If you want the training first before the report. Okay. It means everybody here has said that they should do the training. The very essence of this is because by the time you give these people a chance, what you will hear is that so chance have been sold out. And they will tell you, Ogoni boys cannot work because they don't have the requisite skills for the work. So we end up being laborers, gate man, wash night. That is a kind of job they will give us. It will just be like money, where they are paying some blasters about 300,000 or 350, 400. Then because the local man in Bonny do not have the skill for a sandblasting job, we will sell it for 50 or 100,000 as the case may be. Then the man will go and work and get all the money and move out. Since there is no compensation enshrined in the UNEP report, there is no part of the report. I've read it over and over and over again. There is no part of that report that states that they are going to compensate, they are going to pay people like what they did in Bodor. The Bodor saga was just that the Bodor community won share in London. And in that process, they said they are going to do clean-up, they gave them money for compensation, to buy drag nets and all that, which they shared among themselves, and it's causing more problem than good. In this case, it's not going to be like that. We at NICOP, we want to make sure that our youth are being carried along in this whole process. We want to make sure that greater percentage of the youth training comes from us. We also want to assure that if we notice anything contrary to what we expect, we will still come back to inform the rural populace, to tell them that what you sent us there, we've gone to, that this is their position, and we are not very, very comfortable with it. So that is just the essence of the training. We don't have to give them a chance, because if we do, they will take over everything and sell our position. Are we going to allow them to do that? No. Okay. Babe will not be left out in the process of the implementation. Contrary to some views, when you go to some places, what they tell you is they don't have oil here, they have oil here. This is for Ogoni. It is for the whole of Ogoni. How many oil wells do we have in bank? Was it not Ken that died for us now to have this peace? So the very essence of this thing is that it is for Ogoni people. So we cannot segregate at this point. That's why I quarrel with people who begin to do divide and rule. You say oil-bearing communities, non-oil-bearing communities, oil-bearing youth, non-oil-bearing. And you people have to be very careful. You have to be very careful with the spike and increase of youth bodies coming up. We all know that in Ogoni, there is only one national youth body, which is NICOP, which is the youth wing of Boso. Any other youth body you want to form falls under NICOP. So you have to be very careful the way you talk now, the way you comport yourself. Don't involve yourself in things that will be injurious to you. Because at this point, it's a very dicey and critical situation. We are going to achieve. People are already jealous. And if we don't keep ourselves together, don't have this bond, they will come in and divide us. And it will not occur well for all of us. So no matter anybody, know the kind of meetings you attend, know the kind of places you go. The whole process is basically meant for people who are alive. If you go and fight them and play well and die, Iceland and die, you will not benefit. So keep your life very serious. Bokana man says, "Oh, Kumado, Timataba." That's the parable in Bokana. Oh, Kumado, Timataba. You know what is done? This where they use in penny yam stick. Yes. If you keep it very well, you use it for 3 years and more. That 3 years is just, or that is it. So if you lose your life, you just want to do something because you see people playing it, you will die. And we can't wake you up. We don't have that power. I wish we had the power. May God help us in Jesus' name. It is also true that the nature of Babel has made this UNEP report implementation process very, very practical. Whether you like it or not, Babel is like the hub of intellectuals in Ghana. They have so many resource persons who I strongly feel will contribute to this whole process. So I want you to go back home, tell others that we don't need communal wars. We don't need court wars. We don't need that. We don't need to be divided along political lines. We need to be united, strong, and resilient like the Ogonis, which they know us for. Go home and tell others that the UNEP report is not a freak, it's not a buzzword, it is a reality. And that what they will gain is far better than what any politician in Ogoni can give them. Go home and tell them that there will be no development when there is violence. Tell them we need to be one. And God will see us through. In Jesus' name.